la verdad.
Y tú dices que es mi bebé. Estás...
Pepto-Bismol para el malestar estomacal.
So, growing up, my abuelita had one rule. If I got good grades, she'd buy me anything I wanted, up to $100. I'm pretty sure she imagined I'd ask for a nice sweater, maybe a toy, or a trip to the mall. She did not expect me to weaponize straight A's into concert tickets. If you ever wondered what fueled my academic excellence in high school, it wasn't ambition, it was the promise of live music. It all started with one show. I don't even remember which one, but I do remember the look on her face when she realized what she had just agreed to. I showed her the Ticket Lords ad in the newspaper, some band with a name like XYZ Band. She squinted at it, looked at me, and then back at the paper. ¿Quieres esto? She asked, genuinely confused. I nodded. She sighed the sigh of a woman who knew she was losing this battle, grabbed her purse, and said, Bueno, pero si gritan mucho, es tu culpa. True to her word, she got my concert tickets every time report cards came. Now, my abuelita never remembered band names, ever. She also pretended she didn't speak English at all, selectively and spiritually. So every time I had to write everything down for her, artist, date, venue. She'd fold the tiny piece of paper like it contained state secrets and march into the store like she was about to negotiate something illegal. She'd walk up to the counter, slide the paper across, hold two fingers, and say seriously, Quiero dos. Lucas, who was still learning the ropes when Abuelita showed up, sunglasses on, purse tucked under her arm, tiny paper ready, he looked down, read out loud slowly.
How does she always know what concerts are gonna be insane?
There was a little extra note underneath the computer monitor that said, Don't question what she wants. Lucas glanced up. Abuelita leaned in closer and whispered, He escuchado cosas peores. Lucas nodded immediately. He rang her up without another word.
Another one for the book.
She paid in cash, gave him the thumbs up, and said, Gracias, mijo. Y no le digas a nadie. As she walked away, Lucas whispered to himself,
What was that?
This became the ritual. Every few months, ticket lords would see this tiny, no-nonsense woman slide up to the counter, barely look at the screen, hand over cash like she was buying something highly classified. Sometimes she'd double-check the price, pull out an extra couple of dollars, and mutter, Si es más, no me importa, pero no me digas cuánto. Así no me duele. One day, Jack, a full-on Warped Tour regular, couldn't help himself.
Hi, welcome to Ticket Lord. How can I serve you? I'm just kidding, ma'am. Let me see what you got there.
He laughed and he said,
Vans Warped Tour? You know, I'm a regular at the Vans Warped Tour. You don't seem like someone that'd be at the Vans Warped Tour.
Abuelita smiled sweetly. Mira, hijo, yo sobreviví las 70s, las 80s, y sigo bailando. Esto no me asusta. Jack blinked.
Wow, that's deep.
Bueno, si regreso le cuento. Without fail, she'd come home, hand me an envelope, and ask, ¿Seguro que vale la pena? Like maybe this is the time I'd say no and decide to take up knitting instead. Every time my answer was yes, and she'd shake her head and say, Bueno, pero si pierdes la voz, no me llamas. Chris had just clocked in when Abuelita appeared again. He squinted at the paper.
Corn and Rob Zombie. Heavy stuff. Are you sure you want tickets to this one?
She didn't miss a beat. Yo creo que yo soy la que debiera preguntar eso, she'd said. Si no me gusta, me voy. Pero primero entro. Chris laughed nervously.
I'll just get you those 2 tickets. Yes, ma'am.
She leaned in and added, Si sobrevivo, vuelvo. Thanks to her, I saw bands I loved, stood in sweaty crowds, and screamed lyrics at the top of my lungs. And every time I walked into a venue, I knew it was because my abuelita had walked into a clothing store, wandered over to Ticket Lords, passed a mysterious note, and said, Quiero dos, and made it happen. I still wonder what those clerks thought of her. Maybe they still tell stories about the tiny little lady with the sunglasses and the secret notes.
Hi, welcome to Ticket Lord. How can I serve you?
The one who never knew the band names, barely acknowledged the chaos, and somehow understood that it was always worth it.
Welcome to Zeta Fest. We are Wonders of Midgets. Are you guys ready to talk about some fucking metal? Rah!